there. Now, are you so busy that you have no time for rest? Well, all this month I've been talking about how to know when you're too busy and what to do about it. And today I'll be sharing the key to a peaceful, healthy, and well-rested spirit, soul, and body. So stay tuned. Hey, I'm here at the airport, one of the busiest places that you can ever go, because I want to talk to you today about being too busy to rest. Now, we all have seasons in our lives where we are so busy that we're not getting the adequate rest that we need. But when those seasons turn into day after day, after week, after month, after year of not enough rest, then there's something wrong when we get to that point, and we need to make an adjustment. You know, most of us need at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, and there's so many benefits of getting adequate rest. Adequate rest boosts your immune system. It improves your memory. It allows us to focus better. It also allows us to be more creative. And if you're trying to lose weight, getting adequate rest also helps with weight loss. Statistics show that of people who work full-time and get paid time off, that 52% of those people actually do not take all of their paid time off. There's so many excuses that many of us can give to not resting. And on top of that, if you're a mom, well, you don't get paid time off. You don't get to tell everyone, okay, can I have some time off here from being a mom? Can I have some time off here from being a caregiver to my family? So we really have to be intentional about planning times of rest. And for many of us, when we do take time for downtime or time for rest, we're really not resting because we're thinking about all the things that we need to do. We're kind of feeling guilty because we're not doing some of the pressing things that are on our calendar. And sometimes we really don't even know what to do with ourselves because we're just used to always being on the go. On top of that, there's what I call the rest avoidance syndrome, and that's where we don't rest because we know that when we stop being physically active, when we stop being so busy, then our mind starts to wander. Our mind is just full and cluttered with all the anxieties, all the pressures, all the stressors of life that really now there's nothing to distract us from, and we have to really come face to face with them, and they end up overwhelming us so that the rest time really isn't a time of rest. So we end up living life running on E, spiritually, mentally, physically, socially, and we're really just kind of going through the motions of living, but there's no joy, there's no peace, we're full of anxiety, and we're just masking it by all of this busyness that we're involved in. Rest is way more than ceasing from physical activity. You see, it's hard to rest physically if you're not at rest on the inside. So what are some rest stealers? What are some peace stealers that steal from us on the inside and prevent us from really enjoying times of rest? Well, one peace stealer I would say is fear. Fear is a really big one. Fear of what's going to happen tomorrow. Fear of running out. Fear of losing your job. Fear of not making the achievement that you're going after. Fear of a relationship not happening the way that you want it to happen. Fear is such a big peace stealer because although we may be in the dark, the lights may be off, we've got rid of all the distractions, we're still wide awake and still contemplating negative things that may happen because on the inside, we're all jumbled up. Another big rest stealer, or peace stealer as I like to say, is insecurity. Insecurity because we're thinking about, okay, what is this person going to think about me? Am I going to be rejected with this situation over here? How is this going to turn around? How can I make this person like me or accept me so I can have them be a connection that will get me to my next level? When we are so consumed with thinking about what other people think about us, where we're consumed in trying to make people go along with what we need them to do, when we're so consumed with making sure we present the right image, then that's another peace stealer because it ends up with us not resting, but us trying to figure out and work out how we're going to make things line up so we can feel good about ourselves. But today I want to give you the key to a peaceful, well-rested spirit, soul, and body. Of course, remember, it starts on the inside. And Jesus tells us the key to that in Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. He says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden and overburdened, and I will cause you to rest. I will ease and relieve and refresh your souls." So you may be asking the question, well, how in the world can Jesus give me rest? Well, with that question, I want to answer it by saying this. There's two approaches that you can take to life. You can try to amass all the degrees you can, make all the connections you can, meet all the people you can, make all the achievements you can. But at some point, as you're doing that, you're going to run into a place where you don't have the strength, you don't have the wisdom, or you don't have something that's needed to get you to where you want to go. Now, of course, you can live life that way, but that would require you to be at work all the time. Now, the second approach to life is what Jesus told us here in Matthew chapter 11, and that is you can cease from your labors, but you can allow Jesus to do the work for you. Well, how do you do that? Well, we do that by allowing Him to give us the wisdom on what to do, where to go, who to talk to, what degree to go after, what relationship to start, what business to end or begin. And when we allow Him to give us the wisdom and Him to do the work, then we can cease from working. We can lay our head down on the pillow at night and know that, you know what, God is on my side, so I don't have to lay here awake worrying about how I'm going to make the money to pay the rent next month. I don't have to lay here awake worrying about what this person or that person is going to think about me. I can lay down in peace and rest because I am in a place of peace. I am in a place where I'm free from my anxiety. And at that place of surrender, I know that He has and is going to take care of me. So if you've come to the place where you are just tired and you are just in a place where you need to rest, not just physically, but you need to rest up here and in here. You need someone else to take on the burdens and all the heaviness that you're dealing with right now. I'm here to tell you that Jesus is an excellent candidate. He really is the only candidate that can do that successfully for you. Now, if this has added value to you, I want to ask you to please like, share, and comment. We'll see you next time. Be blessed.